Her scream shattered the morning, but it was a secret she spat next that would break me. By noon, my marriage was a crime scene, and I was the only witness. Hashtag a marriage on the brink. Stacy's voice cracked like a whip over a clutter of unwashed dishes, her words slicing through the haze of our Saturday morning. "You never listen," she screamed, and I fired back, oblivious that this fight, our thousandth, would unravel our marriage with single, shattering truth. We were always like this, locked in a relentless tug-of-war, each desperate to prove we were right. Dirty dishes, unfolded laundry, the wrong movie choice. It didn't matter. Every disagreement was a battlefield, our tempers flaring with equal ferocity. We'd go days without speaking, only to reignite over something as trivial as an unrinsed coffee cup. Somewhere along the way, we convinced ourselves this was passion, our Italian-style love, where fiery clashes fueled devotion. That morning, the air thickened with our usual venom. We hurled insults, each one sharper, meant to wound deepest. Then Stacy's voice rose to fevered pitch. "That's it. I'm done. I'm leaving you forever." Reflexively, I spat, "Who even needs someone as hysterical as you? Where are you going to find another idiot willing to put up with you?" The words burned my tongue, a cheap shot I regretted instantly. Normally, she'd counter with equal venom, but this time her face shifted. The wildfire her eyes cooled to a smoldering rage, and she said, "You think no one wants me? My boss has been after me for a long time. He actually thinks I'm amazing." The door slammed, and she was gone. Her words shattered me, each syllable a jagged shard. Rage, betrayal, and grief churned within, urging me to chase her, to scream, to demand answers. But I'd never raise a hand to her, never stoop to violence. Instead, I stood frozen, yearning to erase a confession, to drown it in sleep, to outrun the pain clawing at my chest. Hashtag the weight of silence. For 3 days, I haunted our apartment, the silence heavier than her absence. Her perfume lingered on the pillows, mocking my hope that I'd misheard her confession about her boss. I traced her name on the fridge's grocery list, whispering, "It's not true," until the words felt like ash. I wanted to believe it was just another fight stretched too far, but the truth clung, unyielding. Then she returned, not to reconcile, but to sever. 2 movers trailed her, their footsteps echoing like a dirge. Without a word, she packed her life, clothes, books, the mug she loved, into boxes, loaded them into a car downstairs, and left. No screams, no final barbs. Just absence. Our fights lingered briefly, now over the phone, sharp and fleeting, until even those faded. 6 months stretched before us, a chasm of silence. I cycled through anguish, anger that scorched my veins, jealousy that gnawed at night, regret that pressed against my ribs. Dreams tormented me. Stacy rushing back, tears streaming, swearing her words were a lie to wound me, no other man ever between us. But morning always brought reality, a fist to the gut. She had betrayed me, and she was gone. Hashtag the deceptive return. Until one evening, she wasn't. The doorbell chimed, sharp and unannounced, and there she stood, as if 6 months of heartbreak were a fever dream. She brushed past me to the kitchen, brewing coffee with an ease that mocked our fracture. I watched, pulse racing, as she moved like she belonged. Then, with a sip, she met my gaze and said, "I want to start over." My breath caught. "Hold on," I said, voice trembling. "You know there's one thing I can't forgive. Infidelity. Physical infidelity. The thought of you with him, tangled in his arms, will haunt me. It'll creep into my quiet moments, poison every touch. I know myself, Stacy. I can't move past it." Her eyes dropped, a flicker of something guilt crossing her face. Silence suffocated us, heavy with unspoken truths. Yet a fragile hope stirred. If she'd lied about the affair to hurt me, maybe I could forgive. As if sensing my thoughts, she spoke, soft but deliberate. "I made it all up. There was no affair. I just wanted to hurt you, to get back at you for saying no one would ever want me. I'm sorry." A tear glistened, her face etched with what seemed like remorse. It was a setup for a movie ending. us collapsing into each other, forgiving all, love conquering pain. But I knew better. Hashtag the truth unveiled. A week before her return, I called Jenna, Stacy's co-worker, chasing a hunch. Her voice faltered as she admitted Stacy had been living in a sleek downtown loft, its rent covered by her boss, a man whose charm had long eclipsed his wedding vows. When I laid this before Stacy, her mask slipped. No arguments, no denials. She grabbed her purse and bolted, the door slamming a final note. Her return wasn't love or regret. It was desperation. Her affair, the gamble she'd staked our marriage on, had collapsed. Her boss, a narcissist cloaked in promises, had lured her with visions of a new life. He swore he'd take her with him, fed her every dream she craved. But when his paperwork cleared, he discarded her, leaving just 1 month's rent and a shattered illusion. Reality struck. She'd been used. And so, she turned to me, the husband who'd always been her anchor, ready to lie to rewrite history. But her act failed. She's left now, picking up the pieces while her lover jets to a life without her. Her eyes, once defiant, had betrayed a flicker of self-loathing as she fled. Perhaps the only truth she left behind. Hashtag reclaiming myself. Now I'm free. The lies that chained me have crumbled, and I've begun to rebuild. Savoring quiet mornings with coffee brewed for one. Signing up for a photography class to capture beauty I'd long ignored. Stacy's secrets, once a wound, are now just a story I've outgrown. The scars remain, faint but present, a reminder what I lost but also what I gained. A life unburdened by deceit. I don't hate her. Anger has no hold on me anymore. Instead, I'm learning to trust again, to find peace in small moments, a sunset's glow, a stranger's smile. Love, I've learned, thrives on honesty, not manipulation. That's the life I'm building, step by step, and no one, not Stacy, not her lover, can take it from me.